Hello. Welcome to Verbling. Hi, I'm Teacher Oakley, and for the next hour, we are going to look at a little vocabulary. We're going to be examining some phrasal verbs which can also be used as nouns. All right, we're going to do this by doing some exercises together, some fill-in-the-blank exercises. You'll have a number of choices and then two sentences, one which will require the verb form and one which will require the noun form of these phrasal verbs. These are pretty much thought of as phrasal verbs, but they can also be used as nouns. Hello, Michael again.
Hi, Oakley.
Hi.
I remembered a memorable gift.
Really?
So really quickly, I will tell you. So my internet company, just because I complained them a lot, they gave me for New Year, like for New Year Eve, they gave me a scarf.
They did? Really?
Yep. They called me up and said, "Look, we have a special gift for you. Come to our near office and take it." Like I said, "What do you have for me?" And I said, "This is a surprise. We cannot tell you. Just come and we will give you."
Really? Okay.
That was very memorable because I didn't expect from them something, a gift or something.
Right. Yeah, those are okay. The ones you don't expect at all come out of the blue. Those are sometimes memorable, right? Okay. Hello, Anton. Welcome to the class.
Good morning, Oakley.
Good morning. Good morning. Oh, good morning to Spain. Good afternoon from the Philippines. Hello, Heidi. Again.
Hello.
Hi. As always. Okay, let's jump right into it here. We are going to do some exercises. As I said, I'm going to do a screen share here as soon as I can bring this up. And you're going to see a list of phrasal verbs, which can also be nouns. Okay, and actually let's talk about them just a wee bit before we start doing the exercises. There are things to note here. Hello, Jean-Bernard. Welcome to the class.
Oh, hello, teacher. How are you?
I'm good. Long time no see. How are you?
Okay, me too. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Jean-Bernard and everyone else, here's what we're looking at. Breakdown. Okay, obviously the same words. But which one is a verb and which one is a noun? Jean-Bernard.
Yes.
First one, is this a verb or a noun? Break down.
Breakdown is a phrasal verb.
It is. And then breakdown
is a noun. Breakdown is a noun.
Very good. Don't you frown. It's a noun. Break down. Don't be a clown. You notice we started rhyming, Jean, through no fault of our own. It wasn't our fault. Okay. All right. So these are actually a list of 10, but the verb form and the noun form. Please notice that the verb forms are all phrasal verbs with a simple verb and a preposition, which once it is in conjunction with a verb, it is no longer a preposition. Now it is being used as an adverbial particle. All right? Why? Because adverbs affect or modify verbs. So now it is a particle or piece, an adverbial piece. All right. Notice that they're all two words, the simple verb and its corresponding adverbial particle. The nouns, however, you're going to see different variations here. We have breakdown and outbreak and outburst. Basically, one word made out of two words. Outbreak, outburst, breakdown. They will have the same compound pitch pattern when speaking that any normal compound noun would have. Like baseball, notebook. Okay, same stress pattern. Okay, and then we also notice we also have hyphenated. Actually, outbreak and outburst. Notice that the preposition is reversed. All right, it's in the front of the word. This is also definitely happens in converting from a verb to a noun. And then, of course, we see a whole list of hyphenated words. Normally, if we're using the noun form of these phrasal verbs because they're exactly alike, okay, to differentiate them from the verb form, we'll use the hyphen, the dash between the words. That's called a hyphen, and these are hyphenated words. All right. Okay. Before we get started, one last thing. Phrasal verbs grammatically can be separable, inseparable, or both. Meaning separable related to the word separate. Can you separate the verb and the particle? Sometimes you absolutely cannot. It is inseparable. All right, it is impossible to break it apart. Usually you're breaking it apart by putting the object noun in between. Okay. Sometimes you absolutely can't do that. Sometimes you absolutely must do that. Some phrasal verb pairs are separable and, in fact, have to be separated. Most cases, most of the time, you can do it either way. So you can put the subject after, or you can put the subject in the middle. Not subject, I'm sorry, object, the object noun. Sorry, have I been saying subject? I mean object noun.
Why not subject?
Because the subject is the person doing the action.
Oh, okay.
So the object is the person who the action happens to. So, all right. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Okay. Let's try it out. I'm sure we're gonna have. Let's just jump right in. We're gonna have a lot more to talk about as we move along. I am very confident. Okay. Michael, you were the first one in, so I'm gonna start with you. We're gonna look at number 1 here. 2 sentences.
Press that key and the computer will warm up? No. The figures you need. So
print out.
Okay. Yeah. Very good. We'll print out the figures you need. Okay.
Sorry.
Sean got excited. Why, Sean? Are you an accountant? Okay. It's okay. And of course, the next sentence.
Sorry, my micro was on.
It's okay. All right, Michael. Of course, one thing, the figures in this sentence refers to what?
the figures you need. So like figures, no? What?
Figures means numbers, especially if
Yeah.
you're talking about business, right? So yes. So we'll print out the numbers you need. In other words, all right. Second sentence, you'll get a printout. Okay. So the noun form, a printout, is obviously a sheet of paper with the information, a document, a printout.
Okay.
Printout just means a printed document. Okay. That's it. Hello, Ken. Welcome.
Yes, hello. Hello
Hello.
again.
Hello again. Okay, Ken, since you're here, try number 2 here.
Okay, we do stretching exercise to bronch before starting the workout. Stretching exercise to hold up. I'm not sure.
Warm up.
Hold up.
Warm up.
Warm up. Yes. Okay. Very good. We do stretching exercises to warm up before starting the workout. Okay. All right. In this case, if you're actually note that you're actually using an infinitive form of the phrasal verb to warm up, which okay, you can do that. Okay, and of course the noun form. All right, just changing the sentence slightly. We do stretching exercises as a warm up before starting the workout. All right, get your body loose.
Noun form should be hyphenated.
Hyphenated, yes. That's,
Yeah,
oh,
okay.
I'm sorry, you were a little late coming in. I explained that a little earlier. Yes,
Okay.
this form on the right, we talked about this. The ones on the right are the noun forms, and you're exactly right. It's the hyphenated form.
Okay.
Yes, you're totally correct. What else do you warm up, Ken?
Some light walking or some light jog should be a workout. No, workout. Warm up. Yeah.
Warm up. Okay, light jogging can be a warm up. That's true, but is there can anybody, actually I'll throw this out to the class, any other situation where you warm something up?
Engine.
Ah, very good.
In cold what? In a cold what? Cold weather?
Yeah, cold weather.
Yep.
Yeah, when it's very cold, it's necessary to warm up your engine. Absolutely. Or not when it's cold, actually. When you see those crazy guys in their F4 racing machines, gentlemen, warm up your engines. They got to get their engines all warmed up too. Anyway.
When you are using a diesel motor, it's necessary to always to warm up.
In the car.
Very good.
In the car race.
Definitely.
Can I say warm up my brain?
Yes,
I woke up or something.
Very good. Actually, you're laughing, but it's very true. You could do mental exercises to warm up for a test, for example. Yes, that's actually very, very true. Perhaps you're going for a job interview, and you might ask your friend, all right, I need to warm up. Give me a couple practice questions. Sure. Absolutely. That is a completely correct way of using the word. Okay, Anton, try the next one here.
Okay, they break out logging when they saw Len was wearing odd socks.
Okay, Anton, phrasal verbs work just like regular verbs. You can use them in any verb tense.
They broke. Okay. They broke.
There you go.
Sorry.
It's past tense here. That's correct. They broke out laughing when they saw Len was wearing socks. What does that mean? Len was wearing odd socks.
I think it's a kind of one of the socks, one color or one type, and the other one is different.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, look, there's Len. There's Len now over here with his odd socks. Very good. Now, I just want to point out that an American would not say he was wearing odd socks. We would definitely say he was wearing mismatched socks.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Same meaning, though. No difference.
Can you say different socks?
He was wearing different socks. Yeah, actually. That would be common and normal to say. Okay, and then, of course, the noun phrase, there was an outburst of laughter when they saw Len was wearing odd socks. What does that mean, Anton, when you burst out laughing?
But I said broke out.
Oh, I'm sorry. You did.
Mm-hmm.
Silly me. Actually, actually, you did say breakout. Okay, actually, I didn't catch that. They broke out laughing is correct, but there was an outbreak of laughter is totally not right, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't let you complete the exercise. Silly me. You are completely correct to say break out, but the problem is outbreak does not work. So I didn't even think about it. I said burst out. Burst out laughing, break out laughing mean the same thing.
Yes, it's like explosion, I think.
Yes,
the noun.
exactly. Right. So as a noun, we need to say an outburst of laughter. Okay. There was an outburst of laughter. Yeah. An outbreak. An outbreak of laughter sounds very strange, indeed. The outbreak is usually very negative. You have an outbreak of disease, for example, an outbreak of bird virus. So.
But in the noun, in the verb form, we can use break or burst.
Yes, you could. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Definitely. Yeah,
but only the noun form we can use outburst.
Right. You got it.
Yes.
I didn't notice. Thank you. Okay, Heidi, next one. Heidi? What? Next one. Number 4.
4. When the robots were hold up.
What?
Not hold up, or folding up.
Ah, okay. Holding up. Okay, because we have the verb to be here. All right, we're going to make a continuous form. Yes, actually, while the robbers were holding up the bank, all right, past continuous, someone sounded the alarm, so of course, during the hold up, yeah, of course, someone sounded the alarm. Okay, a hold up is an armed robbery, a robbery where they have guns. Have you ever been held up? Heidi?
Yeah, but I couldn't hear anything.
Have you ever been held up?
I've never met some hold up case.
Okay. Okay, but I bet you've been held up before, because held up also has another meaning. If you're delayed.
My friend met hold up once in the Philippines. My Filipino friend. In the bus.
Really?
So, yeah, so he gave her his wallet.
Okay. Well, yeah, then he was held up. However, I wanted to point out there's another meaning for held up. It can mean delayed. If you're held up at work, for example, you're not able to leave work on time. Or you're held up in traffic. Ooh, there you go. That's classic. Okay, you might be held up in traffic. So And then, of course, as in many phrasal verbs, you could be held up physically if you were ill or you broke your leg or something. Somebody may actually physically hold you up in a physical way. Okay, so it is definitely possible. Many phrasal verbs have a physical meaning and then another abstract meaning. This is very normal. Okay, let's move on. Jean Bernard.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Whoops. Number 5.
Because of all the stress, Sylvia blank and had to go into hospital.
Oh my goodness.
It's not easy.
Because of all the stress.
Yeah. Drop out?
Well, maybe she did.
Drop out?
Well, let's look at the second sentence.
Second sentence.
With the noun form.
Stress, Sylvia has a nervous
breakdown.
Oh, there we go. Payback.
Breakdown?
There you go. A nervous breakdown. A classic collocation. A nervous breakdown. Okay, and went into hospital.
To hospital. Breakdown mean.
Okay.
Well, yeah, because of the stress, Sylvia broke down and had to go into hospital.
Right, that's correct. Sylvia broke down.
And had to go into hospital.
Broke down.
Because of yes.
Right. Simple past and then the past perfect. Oh, no, had to go. It's not past perfect. Okay, any case. Okay, to break down, to lose all control. Basically emotional control.
Emotional control, yes.
Right. So have a nervous breakdown. Okay, you lose all emotional control like that. Obviously, breakdown has other meanings. If you take something apart, okay, you can break down your car engine.
Yes.
You know, pull it into many, many pieces. You can also pull into many pieces a plan. Let's break down our marketing campaign. All right. Okay, pull it apart and look at all the pieces. Okay, also, obviously, breakdown also for a car, also with the noun form. If I'm driving to your house, Jean Bernard, and I say, Jean, I'm going to be late. I had a breakdown. What does that mean?
Breakdown means to split. Breakdown mean to split. Is it right?
Not really.
Not really.
In a car, you have a breakdown. Your car stops working.
Stop working. My washing machine broke down yesterday morning, for example.
Oh, that's too bad. Yes, that's perfect. My washing machine broke down yesterday morning. I can't wash my clothes. Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely. Okay. Very good. Okay. Michael, number 6.
You aren't allowed to smoke while the plane is taking off. You aren't allowed to smoke during takeoff.
All right. Very good. Take off. Okay.
It's
obviously.
a collocation.
Sorry?
It's a collocation with planes, takeoff.
It sure is. Yes. It's a different one with clothes. Right. Okay. Obviously, we take off our clothes. As well, it can mean to leave somewhere suddenly. He just took off. I don't know where he went. Yeah. Okay. Ken, number 7.
Okay. Those who drop out of university were looked down on by the others.
Uh-huh. Okay. And past tense, Ken?
Dropped out.
Dropped out, right? Okay.
Any university dropout were looked down on by the other students.
Okay. Well, we have were looked down on, so it has to be dropouts
The
with an
noun.
S. It has to be plural
Dropout. Yeah.
because we have the plural
Right.
verb. Okay, very good. Dropouts, people who quit university before graduating or dropped out. You can drop out of race. If you twist your ankle and you're running in a marathon, you may want to drop out. For example, drop out of a political race, as a matter of fact, if you wanted. Ken, what is the opposite of looked down on?
Look up, probably. Look up upon? I don't know.
Looked up upon. You're so close. Look up to.
Look up to, yes.
Yeah, it means admired and respected. Look down on, the opposite. Yeah, looked at without respect or admiration. All right, these are called three-word phrasal verbs, okay, or multi-word phrasal verbs. Okay, and then not nearly as many. Of course, there are many two-word phrasal verbs. Not so many three words, but there is one. Okay, Anton. Anton? Anton, are you there?
Yes, can I see the verbs, please?
Sure.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the fighting student soon after the assassination attempt.
No. Actually,
No?
let me tell you, Anton, it's very ironic that you got this one.
I'm trying to guess, but I don't know.
Why would I say that? Okay, it's ironic that you got this question because of your last choice. You said broke out laughing, right?
Broke out.
Okay, well, the fighting broke out soon after the assassination attempt. Okay, there was an outbreak of fighting soon after the assassination attempt. Okay, much like outburst, sudden, explosive action, right? So, yeah, you can break out laughing or you can break out fighting. Sure. You can break out crying. Okay. All right. An outbreak means a sudden, and it's always going to be outbreak of something, verb, of a gerund verb here. It has to be because there's some kind of action that's starting. Okay, Heidi, next one.
The star has someone who stands in for him in any dangerous scenes.
Very good. All right.
The star of the film has a stand-in for any dangerous scenes.
All right. And then, of course, the star of the film has a stand-in for any dangerous scenes. Okay. Heidi, could you be a stand-in for any famous Japanese stars?
No.
No, no way. Okay. Yeah, no, probably not. Okay. All right, stand in. Okay, can be a noun. All right. As someone stand in. Okay. All right. I guess this is somebody to substitute. I guess this is basically the only meaning. Jean Bernard. Here we have a separated phrasal verb. All right.
This room is okay. This room is in a mess. You should clean it up and get rid of the rubbish. This room is in a mess. It needs a good cleanup.
Okay, that's it. Very good. A little bit pronunciation. Get rid.
Get rid.
Get rid of.
Get rid of.
Get rid of all the rubbish. Okay, clean it up. Okay. This phrasal verb kind of belongs to a group of phrasal verbs that use the word up, mess up, clean up, fill up. Okay. There's several more I can't think of off the top of my head. But basically, we use up. Do we even really need to say up? You should clean it and get rid of the rubbish. Not really. It needs a good cleaning. Is it necessary to say up? No. So what purpose does it serve? Basically, it adds emphasis and it adds the idea of completely. So if I say fill up my glass, basically what I'm telling you is to fill it up completely. Don't be shy. Okay. Mess it up, it means totally completely messed up. Okay. Often when we see that up, it has that meaning. But wait, that's not all. There's more. Another long list with new verbs and new nouns. Bring up, upbringing. Build up, build up. Okay, notice again the hyphenated noun versions. Notice this little bit strange one here. Pass by, passerby. Okay, which I don't even know if that needs to be hyphenated. I swear I've seen that without a hyphen. Okay, stopover, stowaway. All right. Okay. Anyway, here's our list. Here we go. Michael, number 1.
They head to the power station to prevent any leak of radioactivity. To shut down. Where are the verbs? Shut down, yeah. There's in the list. He ordered an immediate shutdown to prevent any leak of radioactivity.
Okay, and shut down. Basically one meaning. Turn off completely, stop, shut down.
Yeah, close down.
Close down. Quite similar. Okay. Again, sometimes like I was mentioning up, sometimes down works the same way. Shut down, again, it's just emphasizing completely. Okay. Ken.
Yes.
How about this one?
Okay. Her parents bring Ethel up or brought bring Ethel up to know the difference between right and wrong.
Okay. Well, you were right the second time with the past tense.
Brought
Yeah.
Ethel up. Yeah, brought.
Yeah. And just so you know, as Ethel.
Ethel. Okay. Ethel.
It's Ethel as a name.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And of course, as a noun, as a result of her
upbringing.
Yes.
Ethel had strong sense of the difference between right and wrong.
Okay, definitely very good. So you might not be familiar with this word, upbringing. My upbringing was very strict. Okay, so that's the noun form of brought up. Okay, we now just quick note. We use brought up. We can very similar to raised. Her parents raised Ethel to know the difference between right and wrong. Okay, and just like raised, we can use it to discuss various elements of our childhood. I was brought up in the country. I was brought up poor. Okay, I was brought up very strictly. There's a lot I can talk about. The place, the time. I was brought up in the 70s. I can talk about the place, the time, the condition, basically anything. Okay, moving on. Heidi.
The gas, and we were afraid would be an explosion. Look out
The gas blank.
gas. What?
And we were afraid there would be an explosion.
Explosion. Kind of leaking, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Pass by?
Okay, let's try the noun.
Pass it by? No. There was
No, that's not it.
pass by the people, so different.
Yeah, not that one.
Another one.
Yeah, let's try the noun form. There was a blank of gas, and we were afraid there would be an explosion. There was a
Stowaway.
stopover, takeover,
No, I don't know.
walkout, stowaway of gas.
Stowaway.
Jean Bernard.
Stowaway.
Only if it's like a ghost.
Sorry,
No, that's
my
not right.
Stowaway is kind of illegally go
That's
to
right.
other country, right?
That's right, Heidi. Like that African kid who climbed inside the tire in the airplane, flew to California. Crazy. But no, okay. This is a little bit of a tricky one. Anybody? Does anybody know what this could be? There was a something of gas, and we were afraid there's going to be an explosion. Okay. Well, we're all going to learn something then. The gas built up.
Built up.
And yes, to become more and more and more and more, especially in a confined space. Okay, the gas built up. There was a buildup of gas, and we were afraid there would be an explosion. Okay, whenever there's more and more and more and more of something steadily.
Okay.
Okay.
Like,
The flood waters
like
built
up.
up.
Different.
Sorry?
Accumulating more and more means like piled up.
Piled up? Yeah, it's very similar to that, actually, Heidi, except, of course, gas can't really be piled, right?
Yeah.
Oh, this is a funny picture, but yeah, right, okay.
A leak of gas.
If it's something that can be piled, yeah, the dirt piled up, sure. The money piled up, okay. If it's more floodwaters built up, because if it's more like water or gas, we probably use built up. The gas built up, the water built up, until it finally destroyed the dam. Okay. Also build up, anything. You build up of troops, military troops. Okay, very common. You see this in the newspaper talking about military build up the economy. Really, it can be anything. Talking about not just physical things, but abstract things as well. Jean Bernard, next.
as the flight is so long, why not stopping over in Singapore for a while? As the flight is so long, why not make a stopover in Singapore?
Okay, make a stopover. All right, be very
Stopover
common. Right. Why not stop over in Singapore? All
in
right.
Singapore.
Right. So a stopover. Okay.
Stopover mean stop in stop for a few hours or
Well, it doesn't have to be. It just means it's not the main goal, the
just
main destination. Okay.
yes, just to connect to another plane.
Correct. That's right. But for example, it doesn't have to be a plane either. I could say I'm driving from New York City to Florida, but I'm going to stop over at my aunt's house in North Carolina and spend the night. All right. So my destination is Florida, but
Yes.
halfway is roughly is North
Mhm.
Carolina. I'm going to stop over and visit my auntie.
Yes.
All right. And we could even use it. It's commonly used just for a tiny trip. Oh, I'm going to go to the supermarket. While I'm out, I'll stop over at your house and pick up, those books you're going to lend me.
Is it the same as a drop-in?
No?
Yeah. Well, drop in, not really, because drop in means that you're coming unannounced. Usually. But not necessarily. You can say, "Oh, mind if I drop in?" Well, you're unannounced at that point. Mind if I drop in? Okay. But if I'm talking about somebody else, he just dropped in. He dropped in Saturday afternoon. All right. There's a kind of a unexpected thing there. Okay, Michael. Ooh, where are we here? Okay.
After the firm was, several employees lost their job. After the, several employees lost the same sentence. Take over.
Yeah. Okay. You gotta think about the verb tense here.
Taken over.
Yes, actually, we have a passive form. The verb to be, past passive, was taken over. Indeed. Okay. All right. So, what is a takeover when it comes to business?
Bought out. Bought out. Bought out.
Bought out. Bought out. Yeah.
Bought out.
Right. Exactly. They've been bought out. There are hostile takeovers in which somebody is bought out against their will. Somebody secretly, usually secretly, buys up 51% of the stock, and now they have control interest, right? Or mergers. Maybe one company buys out another firm amicably. So different kinds of takeovers. Takeover, of course, can be much simpler. A person can take over the meeting, for example. One person took over and directed the meeting. After the president was shot, the vice president took over, and yeah, like that. Okay. Next, Ken. Number 6.
After a nurse was blank the scene of the accident, and she gave first aid. And options are.
And the options are.
Walkout?
Nurse was walking out. Wait a minute. Walking out the scene. I don't know. One of the blip was a nurse.
One of the
Maybe that would help.
passenger. What happened?
Passengers. What?
Pass by. Passersby.
Ah, there you go.
Okay.
All right. So there you go. A nurse. Okay. So what is the proper verb form here?
A nurse was passed by the scene of the accident and she gave first aid.
I don't think so. Okay. We have a sentence here where we're trying to show that the two things going on at the same time.
No.
No, not one happened before the other. Basically, same time. An interrupted action actually is what we're showing here. So there was the nurse. There goes the nurse, and she gave first aid. So this is going to be continuous tense. A nurse was passing by the scene of the accident, and she gave first aid. So we have a continuous action with duration, all right? And then we have an interrupting action. You always use this construction, all right? One will be the continuous tense, and one will be simple tense. Okay. Definitely have to be careful, okay, because this is something else entirely. A nurse was passed by. Wow. Okay, that passed by has a totally can have a totally was passed by, okay, and it's actually important that it's the was. Okay, has a totally different meaning. Does anybody have any idea what that means? He was passed by. Or, very similar, he was passed over
Died?
at work. No, that would be passed away.
Yes.
Similar, but no. He passed away, he died. he was passed by, he was passed over. Means he was overlooked, he was not taken into account, for example, for a promotion or something like that. All right, he was passed over at work. Okay, so there's kind of two meanings. Pass by, you can obviously be walking by. All right, I just passed by the mall and I saw a sign for 50% off. Oh, okay, fine. I was passed by for the new promotion. Okay, so with the passive tense, you have to be careful of that. It can change the meaning. And it's definitely usually going to be he passed him by for the promotion. I guess it's possible. Probably you would say he passed him over, though. Okay. Anyway.
Can you say like walking down the street I was passed by someone?
Yes, you can. Okay. Right. Somebody went just like a car passes you, overtakes you. Is that what you mean, Michael? I was passed by 3 nuns on roller skates, like that.
Yeah. 3 nuns? Weird. No, by some people, like, yeah. So if I walk like with speed, like 1 speed, and someone walks faster than me.
Yeah, so, right.
He passes me by. He passed me by.
Yep. Passed me by. Sure. Absolutely. Okay. Heidi?
One person had boarded the ship in Cairo and stowed away.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. A stowaway had boarded the ship in Cairo and hidden amongst the cargo. Excellent. Heidi, have you ever been a stowaway?
No, never.
Never? Really? Really? Confess. So who's been a stowaway? I have
What's a
one.
stowaway? What is that?
Okay, a stowaway is somebody who sneaks aboard whatever, a ship, a train, a plane, to try to ride for free, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I was a stowaway once by accident. I went to a rock concert, and there was somebody it was a camping weekend, 500,000 people, very huge rock concert, or maybe more. And anyway, somebody had parked their car near our campsite with the same kind of car as my friends, and I climbed into their back seat and fell asleep. But it wasn't my friend's car. I was a stowaway. They didn't even know. They started driving off to go down to the store to get food or something, and I was sleeping in the back seat with a blanket. It's true. It's a true story. I was a stowaway. Not on purpose. It was quite funny. Okay, Jean Bernard.
We need you to blank so we can fill in if someone doesn't turn up. We need you to.
Need you to.
You need to stand by so we can. No?
Okay, let's look at the other one. Maybe.
Maybe stand by.
Okay, we need you on standby.
Okay. So we can fill in if someone doesn't turn up.
Okay. All right. That does make sense.
You on. Yes. Stand up. So.
Standby.
Okay.
Have you ever
Stand by.
Have you ever been on standby in a flight before?
Oh yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
It's great.
Sometime a long time.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like it. I volunteer. When I travel for just for fun, not for business, but for fun, I always tell them right away, put me on standby. I ask, are you overbooked? Okay, I'd like to volunteer for standby. I don't care. I have actually been put on standby, missed the flight, and then taken a different flight, direct flight, instead of stopping somewhere else, having a stopover, getting a direct flight, got into the airport, my destination airport, earlier than my original plans, and they give you free round-trip tickets to anywhere in the world. Thank you very much. So I arrived earlier and got free tickets.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Good for you travelers. Excellent. Go ahead. If you really don't care when you get there, volunteer to be on standby. I have gotten free round-trip tickets 3 different times in my life. It's great.
It's great.
I'm for it. Okay, Michael.
The employees in protest against the poor working conditions. There was in protest against. Can you show me them?
Yeah.
Words. Check-in? No.
No.
Bring up.
The only
stopover?
Possible answers. No, we just did. No, we did stopover.
Walkout.
Walkout. All right.
Workout.
Walkout. It's
workout.
Workout.
Yeah, workout.
No, it's not workout.
Some exercising.
You exercise in protest. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Walkout.
Okay, so in proper verb tense, the employees
Walked out.
Thank you. Past tense in protest. There was a walkout. Okay.
What's that, walkout?
A strike.
Okay.
Basically, another name for a strike. Strangely enough, we very rarely would say the employee struck in protest. I don't know why it sounds weird. Although you can. They struck in protest. There's nothing wrong with it. But we more often would use, in the verb form, we would use walked out. In the noun form, we probably more often use strike. Okay, and last one, Ken.
Yes. You have to check in at the airport 2 hours before the plane leaves.
Okay, obviously.
Check in is 2 hours before the plane leaves.
Okay, perfect. All right, don't ever forget that. I don't know about where you guys are, but they're sticklers about that. Here's a fun English fact that you may not know. A passerby, the noun form of some random people walking by a crime or any situation or event. This random person is a passerby. Many of them are passersby, not passerbys. Passersby. All right, kind of a weird way to do a plural here, but there you have it. Yeah, okay. I don't know where you guys are, but if you don't check in, if you check in 1 hour and 59 minutes before the plane leaves in the Philippines, you lose your money. You have to be very careful.
Okay.
They are totally not.
Thanks
at
for
all.
your invitation.
Both
But yeah,
domestic and international flight?
Everything. If they tell you in the Philippines, if they tell you you need, it's different for domestic or international, but whatever they tell you, you need to do. If you are, seriously, 1 minute, 30 seconds late, they will totally take your money. You'll have to buy a brand new ticket. You won't get a discount. In fact, you probably pay double. They are really horrible, and that is one bad thing about traveling in the Philippines. The airlines are really cruel and insane. They won't let you get away with anything. In any case, we finished. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. I appreciate your help, and I'll see you next time here on Verbling. Thanks.
Thanks.
See you. Bye.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank everyone.